Special treat for you folks. You see Dick here, he's on the backstretch of his first of 2 qualifying laps here at Night Daytona. But the special treat is, it's not really a special treat. We're back to 30 FPS for this race and this race only. Dick will talk about it when he gets on his nerd shit. Yeah. He's beginning his hot lap brought to you by Preparation H. Fix those swollen veins in your rectum or anus with Preparation H. But the special treat is we're breaking out the Ass World. We've rebranded to Ass World, bringing you this hot new broadcast package. And Dick got injured. He injured his leg at Sears Point in those wrecks. And he needed a replacement driver for this race. On his first pit stop, Greg Sachs and Jimmy Means weren't available. So it's going to be yours truly. I'm going to be jumping down there during his first pit stop. And I'm going to bring him a victory. Of course, he's going to get all the points. What do you get? A 47.159, folks. That's going to be top 10. Jeremy Mayfield pinches Dick right there. Stewart squeezes Dick on the inside.
Oh boy. A stain on the face of Austin.
That's not top 10. That is the pole, folks. You're probably seeing Big Dick on the pole right now. Always good. It's always nice to see Dick on the pole. Hope you like that hot intro, huh? Who put those clips of me in there? That wasn't. Who did that? That wasn't me. Anyway, let's take a look at this Hardee's starting grid brought to you by Hardee's. Dick Ramsbottom on the pole with a 47.159. Ward Burton beside him on the front row with a 47.169. Dick, it hurts so good. His injury. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I think that's what it was. Earnhardt, after he crashed at Talladega. And then he got the pole at Watkins Glen. It's the same exact thing. This is the same exact thing that happened. I would say Dick might be better than Dale Earnhardt. I mean, we're getting to that point. He has one win here through 15 races. If he races for another 37 years or so, he might, he's going to eclipse Dale Earnhardt's wins total. Oh, poor God starting back there, P39. I'm just excited, folks. This first run, and then I'm getting down there, slide into that warm cockpit of Dick's. Oh boy, here we go. We're going green. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. The broke bitch 400 underway. This is garbage dealing with 30 FPS again. What is this? 2008? Unbelievable. This green flag brought to you by Sitgo. And the flagman both said go. Alright, Dick not doing too well here early. Might have to show him a thing or two when I get down there in that seat. Keep it warm, Dick. Don't pee down there. We gotta make that driver change as smooth as possible. I'm prepared. I have my pantyhose on. I'll be able just to slide in there. Of course, folks, you saw Hardee's is the starting grid sponsor now. You gotta stay with evergreen content. We thought it was funny. We thought it was hilarious that Sydney Sweeney and her jeans was the sponsor with Wrangler. That was funny maybe once. Then we didn't even talk about it anymore because it wasn't, because everyone got mad that people thought she was a Nazi or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stuff, but if I see Sydney Sweeney, if I see Sydney Sweeney in my feed, I stop scrolling. That's the name of the game. But also any attractive older ladies too. I mean, older, just, I don't know. Like, if you give me the choice between like a 40-year-old woman and Sydney Sweeney, I'm taking the 40-year-old woman, because you go with Sydney Sweeney and she'll be like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah." But the 40-year-old woman knows how to hold a conversation. She knows what's what in life. It's a much more, be much more pleasing experience, pleasurable. All right, Dick had the pole here. It didn't mean Dick, because he slid back to P4, and he's holding up these titans of industry here. Rusty Wallace and Dale Jarrett are on his balls right now. I can't wait to be down there and have some of those guys on my balls. I'm really excited about it. Looks like Dick's catching up to Mark Martin, though. A lot of action here. You know what's going to be torture is Dick doing the run summary brought to you by Legs. It's going to be embarrassing. All right, we're going to send it down to Dick. And as soon as I hand it off to him, I got to slip out of these, or I'm going to keep my pantyhose on, but I'm going to slip out of this suit, put on my fire suit, head down there and get ready for that first pit stop. Take over for Dick. He's hurting down there. Here you go, Dick.
Thanks, Andre. I appreciate you stepping in for me here. Injured my leg there at Sears Point. All right, I guess Andre didn't mention it looks like Bill Elliott on pit road. So yeah, the elephant in the room, 30 FPS. This night Daytona, for what reason? I don't think we've actually run the night Daytona yet. It's got graphics problems when you try to run. Basically, if you try to run it with DG Voodoo, there's two wrappers, 3DFX wrappers you can use. DG Voodoo and N-Glide, it's called. I did a comparison video last year sometime. But the DG Voodoo does not play well with this Daytona at all. But to record in 60 FPS, you need to start the game in windowed mode. And DG Voodoo allows you to do that. N-Glide doesn't. I haven't figured out a way to get N-Glide to run in windowed mode, because then you hit a hotkey to start the 60 FPS action, and it automatically full screens the app that you have open. And I need it to be windowed so I can move between the programs before full screening it. And N-Glide just doesn't allow. I could probably figure out a way to do it. But that combined with the song and dance you have to do to get OBS, the recording software, to record the program, it's a nightmare. So for this race only, we're back to 30 FPS. But the good news is with N-Glide, we don't run into that Tron situation with the cars. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. That's it. Starting on the pole, I wish I would have been able to stay up there, but maybe we can get a wreck. Maybe we can get something to bring those leaders back to us. Definitely tracking down Mark Martin here, though. I haven't really been concentrating on getting into his stream, into his draft. It looks like I actually paid dividends there. It's definitely the weird part of the drafting on this game is you can have a single car running out there on their own, and then 2 or 3 cars lined up, but still can't catch them. Like he actually pulls away. The leader does. It's ridiculous. But yeah, the new graphics and everything, those were pretty much wrapped up in some downtime I had. And figured I'd just start them up now, this race, instead of waiting for the next race. So yeah, those 2 leaders that teamed up, Ward Burton and whoever that was, I think it was Earnhardt, gone. Absolutely gone. 4 seconds ahead of us. I mean, that's insane. I'm pretty sure I changed the pit window here to be around lap 14, 28, 42. Just nice round number of 2 pit stops. I think to catch Mark Martin, I got to be perfect. And what's funny is here I am not complaining, but this is what I strive for. I strive for the even playing field between us and the AI, and this is it. It's not really a level playing field though, because they're gone. The leaders are. And everybody drafting with me, we should be able to catch up to Mark Martin no problem, and we can't. Mike Skinner peeking on me, actually. Getting a little nervous. I switched back to the wide body. I kind of abandoned that early in the season because I was trying to remember what the collision detection and everything was. I have a good idea of that now. I'm going to switch back to the wide body. It's just a nice look. Mark Martin, that's a pit move.
Got a slow car down low. Over brake. Now turn over. You've got a car up high. Watch your speed. Watch your speed now. Clear. Car high. 5,000.
All right, pit. Yeah, this 30 FPS, man, it is hard. Especially End Glide. End Glide has more of a choppy look to it than DG Voodoo. That combined with moving from 60 FPS that we've been running to this 30.
Go, go, go,
It's
go,
rough.
go, go, go. Watch your speed now. Keep it on 5,000. Watch your speed now.
All right, we definitely lost some time. I was pooping through there. Oh, wait. Andre was supposed to get in. Andre will get in. He'll get in the second. He'll get in the second pit stop. All right. Sorry, Andre. I'll need you on that final run. We'll be fine. Hopefully, those leaders are going to come back to us here.
Clear.
what Junior's doing.
You've got a slow car ahead.
Mike Skinner's going to come up. There you go.
You're all around. Car
Let's
low.
stay up the track. Man, I thought that was Rusty Wallace. That was Ken Schrader in that blue car. All right, what we got here? There's Rusty. Then we got Mark Martin making a big move here. That's dangerous. All right, see, that's probably Dale Jarrett and Tony Stewart up there. Johnny Benson, man, refuses to go away.
Car high. Still there.
Beep, beep, coming through, Matt Kenseth. This is exactly where we just were, man. Trying to track down Mark Martin. We were 1 second behind him that whole first run, and here we are. I'm going to see if I can at least visually gain on him this lap. It's just nothing doing. You know, pushing 200 miles an hour at the end of the backstretch. Nothing. It's almost worth letting them get around me just to see if I can bump and push them. But in my experience, that doesn't work either. I'm afraid what he's going to say, but Andre, get us to commercial here.
Thanks a lot, Dick. I should slap you like I slapped Bobby Heenan at WrestleMania 6. I had to run back up to the press box, do this thing, then I got to do the hot return back from commercial while coming down to take over to slide into your cockpit. I'm not a happy camper, but it is what it is. I've never been camping. Like actual camping, like out in the wilderness. Not like a KOA campground where there's electricity. I've never actually been camping. I don't know what that's all about. Folks, here we got after 18 of 38 laps here on NASCAR, Mark Burton in the lead. Earnhardt still up there with him. Big Dick, he's only 0.9, 0.8 behind Mark Martin. He's trying to tame that beast. His horsepower under his legs. Can't wait for that feeling, man. It's coming soon. I cannot wait. I still have an erection. I might have lost the boner there. I can't believe we forgot to do the switch. But it happens. You can see the rest of the top 10 there. Bobby Labonte, we probably just showed him. He's out with a gearbox problem. And Bill Elliott, a fire on lap 3. He is DNF as well. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back with more action and the conclusion and me driving here at the Pepsi 400 on Ass World.
This is the President of the United States. This is Dave, who happens to look like the President. But when the President gets sick on the job, Dave has a full-time career. From the director of Ghostbusters, Twins, and Kindergarten Cop comes the comedy surprise of the year, Dave.
All right, folks, we're back here. I'm running down to the... I gotta run across the track here. To get down to Dick's pit stall. Is anybody coming? I'm going. Not sure what that music is. Coming back from commercial yet, folks. We don't know if this is a 80s broadcast or a video game broadcast. Still working out some kinks. But folks, one exciting thing here is, yeah, we've lost, I mean, that's actually fitting. We lost lossless scaling for this race, and they aren't joining us as a blimp sponsor for the second half. But there's a new party in town. That is the 1-900 Fun Babes. Air Force One. The party copter in the sky. Now wait a minute, folks. Looks like something's going on here. These cars up here have been held up by Jeff Bodine. Now, Dick, listen to me. Listen to me good, listen to me hard. You're coming in next time by, because you don't want to get held up by these clown turds. You're gonna be losing valuable time on the track. You're definitely not catching the leaders. Me. Not even you. It's gonna be me. I'm giving you strong advice. Do not wreck. That's another. All right, here we go. Dick, I'm ready. Start undoing your belts. Oh boy. Oh man. Is he coming in? Dick's coming in, folks. I'm ready. Dick.
Still there. Watch your speed now. Veer all around.
Dick, slide out of there and let me in. Stop and let me in. Okay, there you go. Get out. Oh man. You're sweating, brother. All right, I'm in. Wait, what's this gear shifter in the middle of your seat? I do what? What? Okay. You ripped my pantyhose. Go. We're going green.
Watch your speed now.
There we're going. Yeah. What is this? Dick, you drive with a gear shifter up your rear end. I'm gonna have to ask about... Actually,
Watch your speed now.
not the engine's moving. It's not bad. Interesting. All right, folks. About to go full erect here. We're off, brother. Been waiting all night for this on action. Nobody hit me. I don't want to Andre Page in the field. Oh, I can feel this. Yeah, I can see why this gear shifter's up my rear end right now. This is incredible. I can feel the engine in my bones. Might be getting a win here. Of course, as a replacement driver, any points I gain, Dick gets. So you're welcome, Dick, in advance.
10 more to go. 10 left.
Just past Rick Mast. That's not too promising, but I don't care. I just love feeling the wind in my hair here. I didn't put on a helmet. Who am I catching up to? Mike Skinner. Get out of here, Mike Skinner. It's also not promising that we're only catching up to Mike Skinner right now. I'm gonna go to the high side on Mike Skinner. Look at that move. Look, says the pit stop cycled through. A reminder here on Ass World, stay tuned after the race for the world television premiere of Dave, starring Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver. Dave, Kevin Kline, he's a presidential look-alike that looks like that looks like the president. And what they do is, hang on, I gotta do some hot action here. And what they do is they send him to some. It's not like a body double, I guess. They send him to some. Hang on, folks. What's the dude you're doing here? Get out of here, Dale. He thinks this is the 2001 Pepsi 400. Get out of my face. Look at this move. Oh, boy. Yeah, Junior thinks this is 2001 Pepsi 400. Get out of here. But yeah, Dave. They sent him to some small town, like farms and carnivals and stuff to make it seem like the president's there. But then the actual president was having sex with Laura Linney and has a heart attack and dies, or he becomes in a vegetative state. And then those greasy politicians in Washington, they didn't want to give up the White House to the other party or whatever. So they just bring Dave in, and they were like, "You're the president now, buddy." And like the chief of staff's pulling the strings. But then after a while, Dave, Kevin Kline's like, "Wait a minute, I can twirl my thing around here and make some moves." So he twirls his thing around, makes some moves, and Sigourney Weaver's the first lady, and they were in a tumultuous marriage, her and the real president. And she very quickly realizes Dave is not her husband, but she goes along with it because Dave is actually solving the country's problems, like reworking the budget to help kids and stuff. And I forget how it ends. I remember how it ends. Him and Sigourney Weaver actually, I don't know. Ving Rhames is in it as his head Secret Service guy. The other guys in it, you know him to see him. That's on Ass World, folks, after the race. Got 5 to go here. How am I in P24? Wait a minute. What happened here? Wait a minute. I don't know.
Just 5 more to go. Keep it up.
Hey folks, here's a run summary brought to you by Legs, the official pantyhose of NASCAR. I'm trying to think actually what did happen, Andre. I think it's a matter of this track is like an N99 kind of build or something, or it might be NASCAR Racing 3 even. So I think they only do splash and goes when they don't have the same AI intelligence, quote unquote, as the normal NASCAR Racing 2 tracks. I don't know. This sucks, actually. How did Jet Bodine how did he end up so far off everybody? He's an actual lap down. He was holding up Tony Stewart and whoever that was. Was that Dale Jarrett? I forget who that was. But that was intense racing there, Andre. when you were trying to recap or preview, I guess, the plot of Dave. Which is a good. It's actually a good. It's a good little flick if you ever come across it.
God, shut up. Dick has the charisma of an office chair. It's embarrassing. I'm trying to get some more points for you, Dick, here. Not looking good. I don't know if we're going to catch these guys. I only do this as a last resort. But, are you there, God? It's me, Andre. Oh, God, Andre, you, what are you doing? You're driving? I can't see back there. My rearview mirror doesn't, load cars up here in P11. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, oh, that's hilarious, actually. So, need a favor.
Just 2 to go.
We only have 2 laps to go. Dick needs some help here. We got to get this Dr. Pepper Ford to the front. What can you do for us here? Okay, wait, okay, let me move, let me change everything that is happening right now to help you. Hang on, give me like 30 seconds and I'll change everything happening to help you. I'm right on top of that, Rose. It was worth the shot. It was worth a shot. I guess you're not going to help us out here. No.
You're racing the car in front of you.
Because last you can't meddle too much, God.
One more to go.
As God, you can't meddle too much in the butterfly effect. And, for example, last week a single mom in Vermont prayed to me that she hoped her car repair bill wasn't going to be too high and she'd be able to afford it. And, you know, that hit close to home to me. So what I had to do was rearrange all the socio-economic factors in the world to bring down the prices of the parts that the mechanic was using for her repair, to bring the cost down. You know how much shit I can get into if people find out he did that? So what I can't do is on national TV here on Asworld affect this race in front of 10,000, 100,000 fans here, 27, maybe 30 million watching on TV. Can't do it. Sorry. Also, I don't speak P24Es because I am finishing P11, so suck it. Wow. That's great. I think this was a Saturday night rest, or Saturday night race, so enjoy your day of rest, Dick. And Dick.
Yeah, everything went pretty well with the new broadcast, I thought. Except when I initially recorded my voice, and then when I was... I accidentally pitched my voice up 15, the number's 15 in Audacity, when it should have been minus. So then I did that, and then when I went in, started editing the video, I heard that my voice was pitched up, so then I had to go pitch it down twice, and then to get down to Andre's pitch, and by that point it gets distorted, so Andre's voice might have sounded a little weird in the early, for most of the race anyway. This is a cool Daytona. I talked about it, how something's going on. It's definitely not an NASCAR 2 or NASCAR 99 track. You can even tell by the cool camera angles on the replays and everything, and especially the cars pitting for fuel, probably splash and goes. I tried to show, I remember Steve Park and I think LW Wright, I showed they were just doing splash and goes, when usually that's just a full pit stop. You can even see in the results here, look at all those drivers that started in the back half of the field, and there they go. God finishing. Kenny Wallace, I noticed him early in the race. He led 3 laps too. But yeah, whatever. And you can see the lag. That wasn't 30 FPS lag. That was N Glide trying to deal with this track lag. DG Voodoo would do a much better job, but then the paint jobs would be distorted all the time. And then I forgot to check what happened with Jeff Bodine, why he ended up a lap down. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the new graphics package. the graphics are intentionally a little bit blurred, kind of mimicking like an aged effect, you know. But these results in the snapshot, I might unblur them for that because it's all that text on the screen is might be a little hard to read. I don't know. I haven't really rendered this and seen how it looks on a phone, seen how it looks on I don't know. It's not no big deal. All 150 people that watch this, and then all 40 people maybe that are listening to me right now, just know I might be changing that. All right. The second half of the season will officially begin at New Hampshire. What was that? The New England 300. We're not skipping any days. Well, it's still going to keep the same schedule every other day. But if I start getting really far ahead, I'm probably going to just rapid fire post the videos every day. But I don't know. All right. Thanks for watching.